everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So I want to show you what I've done so far. I have a video. I'm making this a playlist. This is I'm calling it my Santa junk journal, and I'm using a lot of the Tim Holtz ideology, the ideology Christmas here. And I got just some fun things that I'm going to incorporate. And if you're interested in getting some of the ephemera, I'll put the link down below. You guys come check it out. But like I said, I'll have a playlist for the cover here. So I showed you guys the other day how I did the cover. Sorry about the glare. I'm trying to move the light off of it a little bit, but it's still a little shiny. But here, I can go like that. There we go. And yeah, the cover turned out really fun. And you can see the back here. So I just did this part, just the cover. So I'll make sure to post that on the end screen, and you guys come check it out. Okay, and today I want to show you guys, I have a time lapse of me getting this far with it, of what I did here so far. So I will put that on right now, and you guys come check it out and get caught up. Okay, so that's what I've done so far, which is I took this ephemera card here and I grabbed some of it's my sanding block, and I just went ahead and just sanded it. It's just a sanding block that you can get from I got mine at Home Depot, and I don't think it's I'm not sure what the grit or anything is on it, but I just took it and just sanded down and got it where I wanted, maybe did a little more in a little spot more, and just kind of roughed it all up. Then I took my distressed oxides. I got crackling campfire and walnut stain, and I just went ahead and just kind of went into the grooves and went around the edges and just got it all grunged up. Then I took some of my coffee dyed lace here and I glued it down, and I just used my Fabrifix glue, and I glued it down on the sides here. And probably, what do we got here? An inch and a half, about an inch and a half gap here is what I left for it. So that's what I got so far, and this is going to be the cover like that. Okay, so that's going to be our cover. So this is going to be sat over to the side, and we will deal with that later. And what I did here is these are going to be the inside covers, okay? So this is going to go onto the inside right here, like that, and then this one's going to go onto the back inside cover. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do is put this to the side. I want to add a piece of, this is a coffee dyed fabric that I did the other day with you guys, and I did a fun little twist with it and added some other fun things to it. I did little coffee dyed bundles. So if you guys want to check out that video, I'll make sure to put it on the end screen, and you can come grunge up your fabrics. It's so much fun, so much fun. So what I'm going to do is I just want to go like this, put about an inch or so gap in the middle. So let's line it up here, because I don't want to put these two together yet, because I have another idea that I want to do to construct this. Okay, so let's just kind of lay it down here just to see where we're at. And this one can go here. Okay. And the reason I went ahead and did some crackling campfire around the edges here with the oxide is because I knew this was just a little bit smaller. So I don't mind it poking out like that. I think that looks kind of cool. So we can go like that. And then this one will go here. I'm just going to take my glue. And I'm just gluing the paper right on top here. That does look crooked, doesn't it? We don't want it to be crooked. So just line it up on the edge. Okay. So there, I'm just gluing it just to the fabric, but I'm just seeing how it lines up with the journal here together. So I'm just lining up the edges here, seeing how it goes. Okay, seeing where the glue would go, and just doing a bead of glue here. Then I'm just going to line up the edges again over here. Because when we do add the cover and stuff on, we want it to be pretty straight here and line up. Okay. So there we go. I think that'll look nice. All right. So now I'll move this to the side. And there we go. So these are going to be our inside covers. Okay. I think that turned out really cool. And of course, they don't need to be this long. You can just do them however you want. You can have them sticking out if you want. You can rip them. Let's see, oh, it might not rip that way. Sometimes you gotta make sure that the fabric will rip with the weave. Sometimes it won't rip a certain way, but you can always fray it. And just go like this. Okay. And then we'll cut this part a little bit. Am I out of frame here? Okay. Hopefully it's not too dark. I moved my light. Let me try moving it a little bit. I might wiggle you guys. Yeah, see, it's kind of got a glare when I do that. But maybe you guys can see a little bit better. Okay. So there we go. So now these are going to be the inside covers. And what I'm wanting to do is just construct the pages, whatever pages and how I want to do them. I'm going to put them together, just get some fun stuff out here, you know, so I can, let's see. So I'm thinking I could just kind of, you know, maybe piece some things together. You know, I'm probably going to use my sewing machine too. And I'm going to do some sewing. I might sew some stuff here. And then I'll make another little page. So we're just going to work on pages at a time. And it's going to be the same concept. So what I'm going to do, like, it's going to be just like this. So whatever pages that I construct, you know, like I'll do the next page with you guys and I'll show you. I'm going to add a piece of fabric behind it. And then we're going to wind up sewing them onto this piece as the signatures. So that's why I want to kind of show you guys here. So what I'm doing is I'm just really going to make kind of like a collage-y, if that's a word, collage-y little pages and put them together. And then I will pop back on and show you guys to add the fabric in the back. And we'll go from there. All right, so let's see what I've done so far here. So what I did is I took the long piece here, have it underneath, and I did some sewing here where I attached the frame. And then I attached a piece of lace here. I did some zigzag right here to keep it on. So it's kind of open back here, so we'll see what we could do with that later on. And here's a piece of just some fabric here that I put some threads back behind and some scrap pieces, and then just did some zigzag stitching. So you can see I stuck it in between in here just to give it a little bit of something. Okay, so there's that. And then over here, I went ahead and just put some coffee dyed fabric on top and sewed these two together like that. Okay, so I'm just kind of having the inside cover pages here just to kind of have a lineup where I can see how I want it all to kind of fit into the journal. So I'm just to have it to look at here. And yeah, so what I'm doing is just lining it where it would go. Say maybe like that. Okay, and then we can always add more to it. So what we're doing here is just making the pages, okay? So I got a piece of just fabric, coffee dyed fabric here. And what I want to do is, because this isn't wide enough for me, so I just want to kind of put this here behind. Like that. So I want to extend it, you know, like that. And then this one's going to just get glued or sewn on top, however you want to do it. Okay. And then we're just going to want enough in between here for some fabric. So we can even just kind of go like that, just to stability, make it stable. And grab some glue. And I just want to glue it like this. And this will all make sense in a minute here. So I'm just kind of extending out this piece of fabric in between. Okay. There's that, and then, so that's going to go about here. So we could just do a little bit of glue. And like I said, or you could sew it on, however you want to do it. But wherever I'm sewing, you can always glue, and vice versa. So there we go. I'm just going to stick that down like that. Okay. So now we got ourselves a page here. So this is a spread, pretty much. And what we're doing is making different spreads that we're going to want to sew, because this is going to be a signature. So it'll go, that's why I wanted to make this a little wider, you know, here in the middle, so we can get a couple signatures there. And I'm just going to take it when this is all done, when it's all said and done, and you know, I can go ahead and get stuff on the back here and do the back however I want, because, you know, that'll be showing too. Or if you have pages that are like similar sizes or however you want to do it, you can always go like this, you know, after you sew them in. Okay, so say we sew it in like this, you could flip it like this. And that's the cool thing about these kind of covers, is you can just flip this over to the side like that. You can either go like this, and you can sew around and have a pocket at the top, or, you know, you could sew here and have a pocket over here to put stuff in. Anything, you could do all kinds of different things like that. So it's kind of fun. And I might do that too, because you can just keep building this up. That's the cool part. Like, this is going to be, you know, just a signature, but you could always flip it and make little, you know, sew it together or glue it, you know, like I said, anything where I'm sewing you can glue. You can just take it and put some glue here and a glue here, and then make this a pocket, you know, as this is already sewn, it'll be sewn in here. And then this will just be a page that you flip open like this, and you can have pockets and tucks. And so, I mean, it's kind of fun, right? I think it's kind of cool. And I saw this on Shabby Soul, Susie. I mean, she's great. I love her. And I never actually saw exactly how she constructed it, but I saw the flip through of it. And I will make sure to try to find the link to that. I'll get the link down below for you guys. You can come check it out. And she does a wonderful job. She does all like Tim Holtz and stuff, and she does a beautiful job. And this is the idea I got from it. So I'm kind of trying to put my own little twist on it and stuff, and making it so the pages are a little uneven, and maybe you can, you know, decorate up here and put some fun little things up here and have it so you can have tucks and, you know, all kinds of stuff. So that's what I'm working on, and I am just going to keep constructing just a couple more pages and stuff, and I will be back. Okay, let me show you guys what I was showing you with the uneven, because these are uneven, so it makes it kind of complicated. I'll show you guys with the even pieces here that are just the same size pretty much. So I just went ahead and sewn around it just for interest. And what I would do is just go ahead, like if you're wanting to put these together and make them into pockets, you know, after you sew them in, just glue it around, you can have a little pocket here. So what I would do is go ahead and go like this. And I would do, let's see, what? Just about like that far apart. And then take your fabric, and then you can just glue it down. So let's glue it. Like that. Let's make sure they're even here, or however you want to line them up. Okay. Now, so glue it on the back like that. Then I would just take it, because you're wanting to sew everything into your front covers here before we even add our front. Like these are the inside covers, and before we even add our front cover, this will be the last thing that we do, because we want this pretty lace to hide all the stitching, okay? So that'll be later after we get everything in here. So that's why I'm making this a playlist, because it's going to be, you know, a couple step-by-steps here. Okay, so that's what I would do, and then when I sewed them in, I would go ahead and go upside down like this with them, okay? And then you're just going to want to head and just stitch them where you want them. And then after you have them stitched in, you could totally go like that, right? And it'll be stitched in, and you could just do your pockets however you want. You could go ahead and, you know, glue here and have a pocket here, or you can glue up like this, have a pocket up top, or you can glue like this and have a pocket down bottom, up and down. So that is how I was trying to explain it, but with I made it way too confusing. So this was a way easier way to explain it, that we could just sew that down and have a little, you know, pocket in there. So I hope that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going and make a couple of signatures, you know, little spreads here. And I'm probably going to, because you can only get maybe 1, 2, maybe we could squeeze 4 in here, 3, maybe 3. So I hope you guys found this informational. And if you guys have any questions, let me know down below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. And yeah, so if you guys could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys will see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.